women are beginning to fight against the fact that they don't get given portions of land in their hometowns. Now, the reason why Igbos don't do it, our forefathers never did. The reason is simple. Everybody believed that his daughter will be married one day to somebody. Our people do not want a situation where maybe a daughter goes out and marries from a strange land, comes back with children that nobody understands, and they begin to mess up a lot of things. No, that's why they don't give women land. So that whatever it is, they consider the sacrosanctity of their culture they want to preserve, the core of their culture, will not be contaminated. This is the reason. You see, there are so many things that our people do.
Alright, so enough respect to our legend, our father, our elder, Sapet Edochie. Now, I am going to use the Bible to make my own observation, you get, and then ask question if need be. I'm using the Bible because Sapet Edochie is a Christian. He believes in our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay? You see this practice that is being practiced in Igbo land, that they don't share inheritance to females or to women. The Israelites also practice it in the time of Moses. That's at the time of Moses, when Moses was their judge, when Moses was leading them. They also practice it. And if you open to something similar happened, right? And I want to show you what God said. Listen, the children of Israel were practicing this same thing that Igbos are practicing now. But God, being a God of justice and fairness, told Moses what to do. Now, open to the book of Numbers. Numbers is in the Old Testament. I think after Leviticus. Okay? Open to the book of Numbers, chapter 27, verse 1. Please, be patient with me. Let's know the truth. Please, let's read on. Chapter 1 said, then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Micah, the son of Manasseh. Of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. You remember Ephraim and Manasseh. Now, verse 1 continue. And these are the names of his daughters: Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tazah. Verse 2 said, and they stood before Moses and before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes and all the congregation by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So verse 3 said, our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin and had no sons. He had no son. Verse 4 said, why should the name of our father be done away from among his family? Because he had no son. Give unto us therefore a possession among the brethren of our father. So the daughters are now telling Moses, give us our father's possession. Verse 5 said, and Moses brought their cause before the Lord, because that was the practice of Israel. Moses was confused. Moses was like, oh, is this for real? So God, now you will handle this one. And then verse 6 said, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, the daughters of Zelophehad speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass on to them. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a man die and have no son, then ye shall cause his inheritance to pass on to his daughters. And if he has no daughter, then ye shall give his inheritance to his brethren. And if he has no brethren, then ye give his inheritance to his father's brethren. And verse 11, the way I'm going to stop. And if his father have no brethren, then ye shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Lord has commanded. You see, this is what God said. Don't come to me to tell me that that's the practice of Israelite. No. What Igbos are doing right now is what Israel were practicing before. Then Moses have to bring, when the women came to complain, Moses have to inquire of the Lord, and God told them what to do. Give their father's inheritance unto them. Now, whatever part of your culture that you want its sacrosanct nature to remain, that you don't want people to tamper with, you don't want it stained with other culture, that is not enough reason for you to deprive people of their rightful inheritance. We are humans first before we are men. We are human first before we are women. Okay? Now, you must understand that man is not made for tradition. However, tradition was made for man. Any tradition, cultural practice that is no longer comfortable, you do away with it. We must come to understand that not everything that our forefathers practice were actually sane and okay. If our forefathers were good people, our society will not be this messed up. Look at the Nigeria they handed over to us. Look at the world they handed over to us. Messed up already. So our forefathers did a lot of, terrible things. That does not mean because our forefathers, we must keep the tradition of our forefathers. I was not born to keep tradition. Do you get that? When I see any tradition, any practice that is no longer favorable, I will abolish it, and I don't have any apology to render to anyone. These women that we are chasing away, we are depriving them of their rightful inheritance, all in the name of marriage. It's not like when they finally marry, where they are going to, the man's side that they are going to, they will share inheritance to them. It's still the man that they will give, the man they got married to, that they will give inheritance. And if anything happens to that man, God forbid, they will still not will the inheritance they gave to the man to the woman, because they will say it's a stranger. You get? And then kinsmen will still come and take whatever thing they've given to the man. So where are you putting the women now? Are we trying to say they are vagabonds, or they are object of ridicule, or they are third class or second class people, or second class humans? We are humans. We can't be so inhumane to the point that we now pay death tears to our fellow human beings. Is it because the person is a woman? And this idea of equality, I've always told you people, the man and a woman is not equal. That is the truth. Our body formations is different. The things I think and the things my sister think are different. Different things. The things that interest men don't interest women. We are like this. We move our separate ways. We are not the same in anything. Some people will always want to talk about this idea of equality that we're talking about is intellectual, not actually in physical force or in anything. Now, let's even come to intellectuals. The way, man, in fact, in some cases, you find a woman more intelligent than some men. While in some other cases, you find some men more intelligent than women. In any way, there is no equality anywhere in the world. Look at the natural elements that God created. The sun and the moon, are they equal? You judge for yourself. Earth and wind, are they equal? Water and fire, are they equal? Even the trees, is it every tree that you can use to produce papers? Is it every tree you can climb? Is it every fruit you can eat from? Is it every tree that produces fruit? Even the animals, are they equal? There is nothing on earth that is equal. See, when you see men trying to follow women, drag, we are not equal. To me, I see it as condescending. You are condescending. You are stooping too low, because it is the person that is not. See, women are just trying to measure. We know that they are not a man and a woman. In as much as that is there, it's not that you place them as a second class people. No, they are unique in their own way. A man is also unique in his own way. Now I tell you, if you know reason, I tell you so. You chichichi, you chon chon chon. A lot of people they fool you. For me, I go tell you. Go and cross check facts before you believe. And I tell you, no they pray. I know people now. Enough respect to our legend, Sir Pet Edoshi. We respect you. One love.